So what's up, everybody? Just a quick disclaimer. This is not legal trading advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a professional. The information that you see in this video is just for entertainment purposes only. And this is not legal advice for any of you guys. So let's get straight into this video. I wanted to do another video on daily bias, right? I recently just posted a video about daily bias, and I wanted to kind of take you guys into the live markets and show you guys daily bias, right, and how I like to look at it when the markets are moving. Okay, so in the most previous video, I told you guys that I was looking for this liquidity to be swept or up here, and then I'm going to also add another level of liquidity around here on the top of this daily candle right here. This is the daily time frame. And mind you guys, I'm going to keep this video nice and short, simple and sweet, right? So you guys know, if you been following my channel, maybe you do know, maybe you don't know, I have a video about wicks, right? Candle wicks. And I always tell y'all to pay attention to the wicks of these candles, especially on the higher time frame, your daily time frame and your 4-hour time frame, right? So this is a daily chart. We do have this current day candle right here have already went down to the midpoint of this wick. So I'm looking to see if this is going to hold price up and if we're going to target this level up here for liquidity, or maybe if we take this out, will we eventually, come back up down here and take this little area right here out for liquidity, but still stay within this wick, right? Still stay within this little range within this wick. So this is how I literally form my daily bias every day, you guys. It's really not that difficult. It's really not that simple. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I said it's not that difficult, not that simple, right? It's really not that difficult the more you practice it. But essentially, all you're doing is you're looking for a level to be taken out first before you make your decision, right? So even with having all of this information, right, you see how price is holding, and yeah, it looked like it wants to go up and sweep this liquidity. When the market opened, I could take a buy to sweep this liquidity because it's looking very bullish, but that is not how I like to trade daily bias. I prefer to wait for one of these levels to get taken out first, and then after that, I'll go and see what I can find to trade after that, right? So let's drop down into the 4-hour time frame, so we can see a little bit more structure, a little bit more of what's going on. We do have fair value gap right here on the 4-hour. Then we have a little bit of an inversion right here. So I will be watching that, because if this inversion holds up on a 4-hour, then I am going to be looking for, the low of this daily candle, which is right here. I am going to be looking for that to be swept out. So this is like more of a live example, right? Looking at that as liquidity. Remember, guys, I always use the light blue lines for my liquidity. So this is the liquidity I'm going to be looking for. One right here, and then, like I told y'all, we are on an uptrend, so I am going to be looking for primarily buys, but obviously I'm going to be taking whatever the market gives me, right? I don't really try to, force the market. I am primarily a seller. I feel more comfortable selling, and I'm trying to work on that, but I don't mind buying either. I just need to see it, and it has to be clean, right? So that's essentially how I use daily bias, you guys. It's really simple. I just start from the daily time frame, right? Start from the daily time frame, find liquidity that haven't been taken out the market yet, right? So we got this high on the daily, we got this low on the daily. This haven't been taken. We also have this high on the other day's candle as well that have not been taken, right? So I'm going to be paying attention to those. I told y'all in the last video that I posted yesterday, we did sweep this low right here, this previous day's low on this red candle. So I'm wondering, are we going to continue to sweep to the downside, or was this just a sweep right here and then we're going to eventually work our way back up to these highs that was never hit? So that's what I'm going to be looking at. Like I said, measure these wicks and see how price reacts off of these wicks. The 4 hour is also a good place to go measure some wicks. As long as you can see a nice long wick on the 4 hour chart, you can like for example this wick right here. I didn't measure it perfectly right there, but let's say you measure this wick. Look how it came right down into this wick right here, right? Let me just zoom in on that. So look how we came right here to the literally the midpoint of this wick and we're bouncing up, right? So all of that is going to be information that I'm going to use to find a trade this morning, right? Because we hit just the midpoint of that 4 hour wick and then we're bouncing up. So that's a sign of a fairly bullish market, right? Then we go to drop into the 1 hour, and this is all I do, right? So you guys can see on the 1 hour time frame, we had a swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. So we had a little bit of a downtrend on the 1 hour time frame, and then we started breaking past these order blocks in here as well, which is another sign of bullish momentum, right? So that's how I like to use that as well when I'm dropping down into the when I'm dropping down into the lower time frames, right? But I still like to keep my eyes on inversion, fair value gaps, and just other things that I'm going to be expecting the market to hit or tap into. There's also a 1 hour inversion right here, right, which is like right above this daily high that I was looking for, right? So we got a 1 hour inversion, which is right near the daily high. So I am going to be looking for, at the bare minimum, I'm going to be looking for this area right here to be swept out for liquidity. So that is how I pretty much frame my trades and how I pretty much try to find trades, right? And then on a 1 hour time frame, if I want to take this fib off, I could put another fib on from swing low to swing high right here. So I use this swing low, I use this swing high, and you guys can see we have discount right here, and then you look for what's under discount. If you're going to be looking for a buy, well, you don't really see anything on this time frame. You could either go back to the 4 hours, see what you find, or you can keep dropping down into the lower time frames, the 30 minute. Let's see, what do we see on the 30 minute? We really don't see that much on the 30 minute time frame. What about the 15 minute time frame? It's really not that much on a 15 minute, other than like this inversion fair value gap right here. And then we got this NFP gap from last Friday. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to put this inversion on a 15 minute on my chart right there, this little gap on this candle. And that's pretty much how I read price action, you guys. That's how I find my daily bias. Remember, one of the key takeaways is to wait for liquidity to be ran first. You know, you don't always have to wait. If you're really confident in that it's going to go one way, sometimes you can take those trades as well. You don't always have to wait, but in order for you to be the most safest, I think it's best for you to wait. So, but let's say, for an example, right, price comes back down here, and then we can't break this daily low right here on a daily time frame. Remember, we're on a 15 minute right now, but this was a daily low. So let's say we come back down here and it can't break that. You know, after you see some market structure set up, then you can maybe feel confident with taking this market back up to sweep this liquidity. But like I said, I like to see liquidity to be swept first somewhere. So whether it's short-term liquidity like right here, or the daily time frame liquidity that we're looking for up here. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Just wanted to make this quick video for you guys. This is going to be like a part 2 of understanding the daily bias videos, and I'm probably going to drop more because I want to give you guys more examples. And I make really quick videos so you guys can enjoy them and not have to watch a 3 hour long video, but I'm going to just try to pump out more videos just so the understanding can be there. So if y'all like this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and if there's anything that I can do, make sure y'all let me know. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.